Good evening, Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube later on, good evening to the future. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. We'll be doing a little bit of Mass Effect. We are getting ready to leave the Citadel to start the the missions, sort of the individual missions, not just running around the Citadel and completing side quests. We now get to go into space and finish some side quests. It is a little cold out there tonight. Second, third day of spring, and it's probably one of the colder days of winter. Go figure. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to go back to what has essentially become my winter favorite, which is hot apple cider and bourbon. I'm going to add a couple of the bourbon-soaked cherries that I created for my last word cocktail. Luckily, this is also fairly simple and even less measuring than the other cocktails I've been making. So first, some hot apple cider I warmed up on the stove. Cinnamon stick, one clove. Anything more than that, and you're asking to numb your tongue in ways that you were not expecting. Clove, a spice, is also a local anesthetic. If you need to numb something, like a tooth, or you just feel like numbing your tongue, just put a whole clove into it and bite down on it. It just, boom. You just don't feel a thing. And keeping it in the thermos means if I want to refill, I don't have to actually leave my chair. That's hot. Nice and steaming. Oh, a little bourbon. I am not pouring this whole thing in there. I mean, I like bourbon. It's delicious. But I have this thing called a day job. I need to be awake for it. I'm a little bit earlier tonight because I do have to actually be at a day job early in the morning, so fun times had by all. And finally, some bourbon-soaked cherries. Stir that up a little bit. Yum. And warm. Oh, that's nice. All right. Let's get this going and we'll see where Shepard's at. On the bridge. Hey. Look outside. Hooray, XP. go check in on some of my new crewmates. Why does Garrus always look like he got caught doing something? Like, keeps running back. Anytime you get out of the elevator, you just see him running back right next to the makeup.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's a tough decision.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Alright. This is Ashley's permanent position here.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
My heavy lap specialist has decided to join me. Hello, Boris.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
I like the conversations with Rex the best because this is the one that you feel like you actually have to work at to develop the relationship with him. The thing that will allow you to get to the, like, each character kind of has their own specialty mission. Or I guess I should say it's not all the characters, because Caden doesn't have one, Ashley doesn't have one, Liara doesn't have one, but there's one for, there's definitely one for Rex, there's definitely one for Garrus, and the one for Tali is a bit hidden because that one happens, and then there's an outcome that can happen if you have the right conversation with them, and as long as you develop the character's relationship. But this is the one that I think it's the easiest to screw up on and not, you know, not get what you're looking for. It's kind of like a loyalty mission, but it's a little bit more social, which is nice.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
I mean, I might as well. Oh, I could buy a Savant. Alright, let's sell some stuff, because that's actually why I'm here. Almost never use snowblind rounds. I just didn't find any particular. It never really fit my playing style. You come up with your own fighting style, even though they kind of allow you to create and navigate it. I got it. Filter Launch Kitten is investigating. But, you know, by the time you get to the end of the mission, you have pretty much maxed out your skills and you know what you're looking for. So a lot of this stuff you're just not going to you're not going to use. And I'll say it once, and I'll say it a million times. If you see anything that says Phoenix in this game, just get rid of it. It's almost not even worth it picking it up to convert it. It sucks. Tungsten rounds. It's a level 7 weapon, or ammo, but it is still one of the most effective ammo types in this game, especially for assault rifles. It just takes down Geth. There. Now maybe I'll stop getting those complaints about you are holding too many items.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
And I've already asked those
Carry
questions.
on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I could probably see that happening in the future with space travel and our inability to throw things away. I mean, we do throw lots of things away. But someone else would generally come around and pick it up because they can get it either cheap or free. There's going to be a lot of junk in space.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
It's all splitting hairs until, they start crushing your head.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiles searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Alright. Let's go to space. After we check in with Joker.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bone.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Gee, I guess you just shouldn't say, maybe you should smile. Be respectful.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Alright, let's get out of here. Hey, I suppose I should actually look at the menu, see what mission I want to do first. Find Liara, yeah, Liara, Bavaria, Pharaohs. I am half tempted to find Liara last because it kicks off a different conversational spree, but then it removes something later on in the game that I like hearing. I like the conversation. It's a personal preference, so I think I will do Liara first, then Pharos, and then end at Novaria. But C-Sect is investigating woman in Helena Blake. She's up by the Emporium. Crack the signal. It's Jenna. Missing survey team. That's out in Terra system in the Hades Gamma cluster. We got privateer. That's the ship with brother that's missing. Let's do. So we're going to head to the Artemis Tau cluster and go to Sparta. Because tonight we dine in hell! Or, you know, something. Target Row, Sigma, Hades Gamma, Voyager, Attica, Armstrong, Kepler, fucking. Stop. Remember, don't drink and drive. That's why I got Joker. Oh, damn it, but I'm gonna be driving the Mako. Oh well.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
Hello, Admiral Hackett.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live-fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Okay, wasn't that just what Tali said happened to the Quarians? Just saying.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our failsafes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Technically, I don't need this. I'm going to have all the money I will ever need from just selling off weapons. But you kind of like to be a completionist.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
All right. I'm the engineer. So we'll bring Rex and Garrus. Don't know if I've equipped Garrus yet. Or, actually no, I've equipped Garrus. I don't know if I've equipped Rex yet. Oh yeah. He doesn't need it, but you know. I know I've seen a lot of, and I said this last time too, I know I've seen a lot of write-ups saying that the Colossus armor is the pinnacle of the armor in the game, but for tech biotic protection and just shield protection, Predators, and I guess the Predator initials, so like Predator M, Predator L, Predator H, kinda needs it, but not really. That's just good. Possibly my favorite add-on to this game, the jets. That will get you killed. Oh no! Look! Batteries are fine! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, sometimes it can be fun to shoot those little tentacle things, but drive out of range, come back home. I mean, hit him. Popped up a little close to me.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kahoku's command. He'd want to know what happened here.
Let's get moving.
Just lead the way.
Speak to Kahoku. I'll hit that anomaly.
out.
It's not the worst puzzle piece thing. I know some people that dislike that little aspect in all of these. 1 and 2. They try to make them a little bit different each time. But some people didn't think, like, I don't know, like maybe it wasn't challenging enough. I think it's fine. You know, it's just a little puzzle thing. Make things just so that you had to work for it. Nothing wrong with that. Here we go. Resources.
Securing point.
I'm here if you need me.
Head over here. And, move on to a bit of adventure. Alright, back to the normal. Still steaming. Yes. Not gonna land quite yet. I'm going to explore the rest of it. Get my surveying done. Make sure it's ready. And gas deposit. There is a problem with just sort of randomly going out and finding everything, is that you will sometimes skip mission orders. We'll see what happens. Ooh. That was nice. Let's take a look at the map. Anomaly. Stronghold. You know what? I think we're going to back off from this one for now. And then back up to Normandy, and we'll wait till we get this mission appropriately. Nothing of interest or profit there. Circe. Protoss. South Protoss. Protoss. Australian insignia. Why did I think there was something here? Here I've played this game so many times. But you know, you never remember everything. There's the one we're gonna get started on. that way. There is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by this human system alliance. Plentifully heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of samples. Simple silicon-based organics indicate Theron was once inhabited in the past, and is the present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. Alright. Let's land. Let's do this. Maybe we'll start the mission, or we'll start it and finish it. We'll see how well I do. Next, Yaris. Luckily, this is actually a pretty linear.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange.
Pretty
like
linear
off the damn
map.
charts.
You are kind of
It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Remember, never drink and drive unless you're shooting at Gavin. Really, don't ever drink and drive. I do have to say the driving is much better in the Legendary Edition than it was in the original edition. I landed in the lava so many times. And I'm just a bad driver.
Only a fool punches a Nathak in the mouth. He should sneak around and pull its tail.
Or technically I could just keep them strong from the front. Rex, I am that fool. I am your fool. Oh, baby, boom! You know, I do really like how the bodies just kind of fly all over the place when they get hit by rocket fire. Like that. That's fun. Fine. No, actually, Rex will let you keep the shotgun. Tungsten rounds, shield interface, sledgehammer rounds. Navigate through skeleton for no rounds. What? Rex, what do you got? He had high explosive. Send people flying. Because it will be fun. Open sesame. Check out the next room. Come back here, grab a crate. Start the gel. There's just nothing better than the level 10 Spectre stuff, so. Upgrade kit. Start around. Photon round. Gel and gel. enough. That was nice. Very satisfying. I'm glad it's saving the content because I have been abysmal at saving the game at all. And I haven't done it once. Thanks for joining me, Liara. What the hell are you carrying? You know what? I'm going to switch you to tungsten rods. Your gun is great. Let's check out Rex's. Kinetic coil. Yeah, no, that's good. What do we got here? High explosive. Self-frictionless material line. Kinetic coils, yeah. Alright. Back into the car. Back to now. All right. And you gave yourself away back there. Yeah, I deserve that hit. It does take you a while to figure out what kind of damage you can absorb in any sort of particular firefight. I mean, sometimes it surprises you at how fast they whittle you down. In some respects, the little guys actually kill you faster than the bigger guys. Hi, boys. that guy's a Colossus, so he can absorb a fair amount of damage. As opposed to the Armitage, which you generally run into. They look the same, but they're slightly smaller. Colossus are much bigger. Skitters across the field. Pinball. Bounce ball. Alright, we're getting out of the vehicle. Why was I fatigued? Yes? Alright, Garrus. I'm gonna head go to the sniper. And we're actually gonna go to the pistol. And we're gonna save! Hey, look at that. Check the equipment, explosive round, compact optics. Start around that. There's really still somebody in front of me. Good job, man. That was ridiculous. Alright, save right here. Always have problems with this. I don't care what level I'm at. Alright, Garrus, you're... Alright, yeah, everybody's... Everyone besides me is... Ooh, I lost Rex! Unity! fan from overheating and keep Rex from dying. Oh, that's not. What? Oh. Yeah, that will overheat a gun really fast. There he is. Welcome back, Rex.
Eat this!
Back to this thing. Now, luckily, everybody's got their med packs going, so everybody will heal up momentarily, and I don't have to use another Medi-gel.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Wasted that opportunity.
Perimeter
Big
clear.
bada boom.
I've never visited a Prothean ruin before. Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
Americans sure build things homey.
All the stuff that's been here for 50,000 years. Pretty fun. Stuff you put in 2 weeks ago. Breaking down. Yes, no, maybe. Whatever.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side.
That's actually just a pretty
I
blunt
may be
question for
Venesia's
something
daughter,
she
but
probably
I'm
actually
nothing like her.
would give.
I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Set him up. Knock him down. What's up, John? Explosive frictionless. And what does from? Tungsten? Yep, scram. Next. Tungsten, scram, frictionless. Rex. Tungsten. Frictionless. Scram. Perfect. No cotton gel. Alright. Let's get out of here. Nope. Nope. A, X, B, Y.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
All right. Actually, no. I think we're pretty well equipped. Brogan Warlord.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
I really should just go with the Paragon response, but
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
I like the respect. Let's see. Garrus. Rex, go shotgun. I'm going shotgun. Go with overkill. That was 7. Hack the rocket trooper. Oh, yeah, and I am going to use Unity. Okay, it just stood out here. grounds.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
Seth Green was
I
perfect
see.
casting for this.
It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
This is where you kind of wish there was a place you could go to get like little nuggets of knowledge. Because, like, I don't know. I like to nerd out and hear these things, even if it's just like wild rumors, like what she knew versus what you might find out later in the game. I will disengage the nerd now. But I'm playing a game. Nah, nerd fully engaged.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before.
Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
All right. So I think I'm going to end it there. Yeah, jump out of here for a moment. There we go. So that was that's always fun. Like I like that first mission. We're going to spend a little time next time going through catching up on some of the side quests. Side quest does really help expand the universe that you're operating in, and does provide a bit of a backstory. I know sometimes it does feel like the side quest is a burden, but it does, I don't know, it gives it just sort of like this fuller feel to it. So maybe, and now that we've done the first mission, the moon, we'll probably do the moon mission next, and then some of the other side missions, finding the brother, and maybe head back to the Citadel so I can get some additional missions so I can like go back and actually like take on that fortified base. Because doing the Mass Effect 1 is more open world than most of the other games. So you can accidentally stumble upon missions that you would normally get through NPCs. But on occasion, it's nice to actually get the full story. And I think I'm going to attempt to try to do as much of the full story this time around through this playthrough than I normally, just do for myself, where I'm just sort of running and gunning. Yeah, that's it. So thank you for joining. This has been fun. As this sort of grows and I slowly become better at doing these things. This game I got down cold. But sort of doing this, and I mean like Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. It's been pleasant. I wasn't 100%. I had this sort of really vague goal of what I want to accomplish here, but I'm now getting some of the like the tactile stuff. Like I'm kind of feeling things out, and kind of deciding like maybe what I want to do in the future. I'm gonna think. I do have a YouTube channel out, and I will start putting that link in sort of the Twitch, just so that people can go there. I'll have polls as to like what games I should get, what games you'd like to see me try. Like just the two big games I want to try that I've already got is The Witcher 3 and Grand Theft Auto. But maybe there's another game, a shorter game that you want me to like go through. I'll put a poll out there. Not that my universe is not heavily involved with a lot of people, but right now if you decide to lend your voice will loom large. And that's it. Thank you for being here. Look forward to the next game. I will probably try to sneak in another Mass Effect playthrough soon. Some of it will be random, some of it will still be scheduled, and we'll just we'll see how this goes. Thank you very much. You guys are fantastic for being here, and I hope to see you guys soon. All right. Have a good night.